What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join us for part 2 of the Atmos Viotech Air Max restoration. And if you missed part 1, go back and watch it, but if you don't feel like watching it, here's what you missed. All right, the plan for today is simple. We're gonna put on these soles, and if we have enough time, we're gonna really address some of this scuffing that's on the white in the back. And not really looking forward to the soles, but we gotta do it. So for those of you that are new, this is Vintage Kicks Gallery. All right, so we have the donor sole ready to go here, and the first thing I'm gonna do is get my supplies ready. For this, we're gonna use some Angelus sole tape, which is essentially just vinyl tape. We're gonna use Barge Infinity cement and some really bad quality brushes because we're gonna destroy them. And we're gonna get started by taping off the top of the sole. And the reason we do this is we don't want any of the residue to get onto the actual sole, especially this one that's fresh and clean, and well, you get the picture. If you guys haven't used this vinyl tape, it's actually really nice because you can kind of stretch it a little bit and get a really good fit on here. The way you want to do this though is don't pull it from here, if that makes sense. Go ahead and pull out a little slack, then put it on, pull it tight, pull out some slack. You guys will figure it out when you get it. A lot of people have asked, is this just electrical tape? To be honest, I don't know. I don't think it is because it doesn't seem to leave any residue. And most electrical tape that I've used always leaves residue. So I'd recommend this stuff. It's not cheap, but if you use the Angelus link below, I believe they have some on sale right now. And you know, it's kind of worth buying, to be honest with you. All right, just gonna carefully get this lined up. We want it to be right on the edge. I'm gonna skip the toe cap here, bring it around, start it back up, and just keep going. All right, now that we've gotten that on there, we are going to inspect our upper here. And to tell you the truth, I'm not going to put tape on this for 2 reasons. 1, it's suede, it's not gonna stick. And 2, I'm not so sure how this sole is gonna mate up with this because it's a different era and the Air Max soles have changed. We'll get into that in a second on how we address that. But if you tape that and you tape it wrong, it's not gonna do any good. All right, what I'm gonna do now is apply a liberal coat of the Barge Infinity cement I'm gonna start with the sole, and we're gonna really pay attention to the areas in here, right at the edges. We wanna make sure we really coat those. And then we're gonna do the same, but not go quite as far up as the factory line on the upper. We'll wait 5 minutes or 7 minutes, we'll let it cure, we'll hit it with a heat gun, and then we'll mate them together. You can also use Barge Super Stick cement too, but I just had Infinity, so that's what I'm using today. And guys, when you apply this, do not be afraid to apply it very liberally, which means a lot, because we already taped it. We're not too worried about getting what I just did here, which we'll pull that off. But we want to make sure that it really gets a good coat, because if not, this sucker's not going to stick. And go all the way up to the top. All right, now that we have our good coat on the sole, we're gonna do a little bit, not a whole lot, on the actual upper as well. And this is just to give it a good, nice solid bond. So I'm not gonna go all the way on up to where the old sole used to sit, because again, we just don't know where this new one's gonna go. And better be safe than sorry, because this is not gonna be easy to get off the suede. All right, now we are going to put one more little coat on top on our sole here, because this is where we're going to get most of our bonding here. So I'm just going to make sure we went all the way up to the top here. All right, now we're going to let that cure. It's going to take about 7 minutes, so I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, guys, 7 minutes is up. So now we're going to take our heat gun and we're going to activate this glue. I'm going to start with the upper here. Basically, we're just going to hit all the areas here with the glue, with the heat. Let's get it nice and sticky. And we're going to move on to the sole. I'm going to start with the front and with the back, because we're going to do the reverse order. And guys, with Air Max soles, be careful around the bubbles with this heat. It will pop them. All right, that's gonna be nice and sticky. Now, with it sticky, I'm gonna start with the back and press that into place at the very, very back. Now, we're gonna just start pushing. Should stick, and it is. Now, we're gonna adjust the sides. Oh, it's getting sticky, sticky. It's all right though, it's exactly what we want to see. Oh, it's lining up really nice. All right, push that, hold that together. Now at this point, you can pry it off and you can put more heat on it if you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get it all the way down, do the whole thing. And then we're really going to apply some pressure to it. And guys, clamps are your friend when doing this. I don't have any with me right now, but clamps would really make this easier. Instead, I'll just use my hands. Make sure you get the toe cap really good. That's a really stressful place, but that's stuck very, very well. All right, there we go. Time to let this cure, and then we're going to pull off the tape and go on to our next step. All right, guys, I went ahead and pulled the tape off, and so far so good. We are gonna leave these for a full day to let them cure, but that's not gonna stop us from fixing this white scuff that we have on the back. So take a look. Yeah, that's gonna need to be addressed. So I'm gonna use Angel's flat white and shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And we're just going to, I already prepped the surface a little bit, and that's not really needed too much since it's such a small area, but we did it anyway, just to be safe. And here we go. Kind of like to blotch the paint around a little bit, and then use the strokes to blend it out. For some reason, it just seems to give me better luck. That is looking good. All right, so what do we have left to do? We need to address the suede. We're gonna restore the shape, and we're gonna take out those creases, and that'll be next time. So if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.